Attention, the following content is owned by KingSangos and the respective directors of the artifacts seen in this video. MissionANIMA is not affiliated with MissionANIMA.com or its sister channels. Hey there everybody, I'm KingSangos and welcome to
MissionANIMA!
So before we begin with this video, I think it's important that we delve into what this channel stands for. Machinima, as some of you know, is a unique multimedia form that has been ever popular among die-hard gaming communities. Machinima, however, has not just been a recent uprising trend that has appeared from thin air. Machinima is an art form that has persisted through the gaming industry back towards the 1980s. For more information on the origins and details of the term Machinima, head over to http://en.wikipedia.org/wiki-machinima or simply type Machinima on Wikipedia's search bar. Delving into the main topic, we are going to be focusing on a specific and also important element of Machinima pre-production, simply known as voice acting. Production on your Machinima so far has gone well. If you are in this said position, then hopefully you have written out a scripted version of your future idea and you are ready to proceed. Unfortunately, this is where you hit a snag that is almost impossible to overcome by yourself. To bring the audiences in, you want some form of audio to keep them enticed. Relying on visual direction alone will simply apply to silent and action films, but these tend not to keep your audiences occupied for long. To truly bring your characters to life, you're going to need to request the help of voice actors. What is voice acting, you may ask? Voice acting is about as common as advertisements are on TV media. Voice acting is a profession that people head towards to give audio dialogue to certain multimedia forms. These can vary from voiceovers on many broadcast channels like Fox News to animated feature presentations like Aladdin or Madagascar. Voice acting has a huge impact in the creative industry and can even be a professional career for some. However, that isn't to say that people only commit to voice acting just as a job.
She's an evil enchantress and she does evil dances. And if you look deep in her eyes, she will put you in trances.
What's all the commotion about?
He's been telling everyone that Frieza plans to destroy Vegeta.
Wait, my son, the planet or me?
Yes.
Freaking smartass.
Obviously you didn't hear me the first time. Give me the Chaos Emerald, now!
There are countless numbers of people online that offer their talents and skills to anyone out there who is interested in their abilities. These are the people who make up the backbone of the independent creative communities. These are the voice actors of the internet. They are the ones that you will be looking for. These online voice actors take this profession as a non-profit hobby for a majority of the time. Vocal work is just as much fun for them as playing video games are for us. In the meantime that we spend playing games such as Team Fortress 2 and Halo Reach, they would have already enrolled themselves into a community project and gotten right into work. Such community projects can include quite the effort, such as adding native language voiceovers, or dubbing, to anime episodes exclusive to Japan before the respective translators create their own official dubbed version, or perhaps an Adobe Flash animator requires the talents of a local voice actor and hires them to voice the animated characters in their hand-drawn series. Finally, there may also be some casual voiceover sessions to comedy shows and skits like Invader Sim or Adventure Time. Why are voice actors so important for Machinimas then? Machinima is nothing like those things, right? That's where you're wrong. Machinima is no different in its basic form than flash animations or dubbed shows. Your characters are practically speechless in-game, and you're going to have to start from scratch as most of the time there will be no set audio lines for you to work with. Voice actors are vital for Machinimas, since they are the ones that will breathe life into your characters. Your body actors may fulfill the roles of puppeteering, but your voice actors are the ones who will be driving the narrative force of your story along. If you don't mind how your character sounds like, then I suppose you can just make do with any actor that you find online. However, if you truly have a clear image on what you want the character to sound like in your head, then you're going to have to do a bit of searching. Thankfully, there are numerous voice acting sites out there such as Voice Acting Alliance and Voice Acting Club, as well as sites that support this cause like Newgrounds and YouTube. To find the voice actor that is perfect for your ideal role, you're going to need to browse through what are known as demo reels.
Let's go! No.
Demo reels are video, audio and text files that the actors use to demonstrate their talents and experience. These can vary from them giving different vocal expressions to referencing source materials and artifacts that they may have been featured in. Some may even present recommendations from other well-known directors on their homepages. It is also important to note that you shouldn't feel the need to limit your choices to actors who go for a set culture demographic like Machinima. Go for who you truly think sounds the best for your part. So hopefully at this point you have found an actor who you think will benefit your series and fulfill your ideal character. Now the question is, how are you going to ask him or her to help you with your series? Well, to put this briefly, there is no surefire answer. There can be many ways they can be contacted. The most popular ways these days are usually as an email response or through messenger programs like MSN and Skype. Others prefer to send their contacts as a private message on YouTube, and even in some abnormal cases they usually contact people through phone numbers, but these are often rare cases. Finding your possible actor is one thing, but to successfully persuade them to join your project is another. They aren't going to welcome you with open arms immediately. A majority of voice actors are incredibly picky and somewhat pretentious in the eyes of new directors, so you're going to have to prove your worth to them. Here are some pointers that aim to help you to do just that. Dedication. They are going to first want to know how dedicated you are in the project. If you show no signs of enthusiasm or passion in your idea, then they're going to assume the project won't go anywhere beyond the pre-production stage and will just go to waste. That's why it is truly important for you to hold your project idea as a personal treasure. If they see your enthusiasm, then they will be happy to assist you in your machinima. Creativity. One thing that really appeals to them is how creative and ambitious your project idea is going to be. If your idea is going to be vague and simplified with just Mary Sues and Gary Stews leading the three, then that isn't going to be helping your cause at all. Granted that there may be some voice actors who would take these jobs regardless of the narrative, it's best to offer some form of creative direction to build up the hype for them. Experience. Your voice actors will be asking what experience you have with work such as Machinima. They will want to know how well you work with things and what other artifacts you have made. It's best to show them some of your skills to get them to believe in you and accept the proposal. Please know that if you are watching this and you are recently new to the Machinima director demographic, please don't worry. The other positive factors that I've mentioned can make up for this lack of experience. Grammar and punctuation. This is an important life skill that you are taught throughout the years in education. So why not apply it to your pitch ideas aimed at your possible voice actors? When writing to them, make sure you keep your use of spelling, grammar and punctuation at a moderate to high standard. They will most likely not respond or accept the proposal if they are lacking. An example of this includes a simple line such as, "I have a great idea for a machinima," or "Can you voice act to me? I have a good idea, will you enjoy?" Cooperation. They will want to build a healthy working relationship with you as much as you do, so this is a key factor. To simply achieve this, you need to be polite and ethical in how you treat them. This includes the willingness to work alongside them as trusted colleagues and not as slaves, treating them with respect and complying with their wishes. If they don't feel comfortable with something, then that should act as a final warning. Don't progress any further from that. If you manage to successfully follow these suggestions and comply with them, then I doubt you should not have any problems in terms of winning them over. If they accept your offer, then that is pretty much a victory for you to relish in. One thing to know is that sometimes the voice actors will reject your offers or perhaps just ignore them. This can be for many reasons, so it's best not to feel too down in the dumps about it. Most of the time, they could be extremely busy, so to compensate for this, I would wait around for a span of 1 month before moving on. They will end up receiving the message at the end of the day, so time and patience is what comes next. It could also be due to the fact that you have a lack of some of the elements that I mentioned earlier, such as experience and enthusiasm. Finally, it could very well be due to the fact that the voice actor has retired from vocal work and simply moved on. If this happens, then just move on and find another suitable candidate. Lingering on to the same voice actor won't help your cause. Finally, After all the hard work you have gone through to muster up the courage to ask the actors to help in your series, they have accepted and are ready to progress. To get them started, send them a final copy of your script and give them all the details of the selected character. You might also have to give them an introduction to the narrative. Don't be anonymous or shy about the plot towards them. It's best to tell them everything so they have a good idea of what to work with. You can send this script in any format such as Word, Celtex or PDF. Use Skype's file transfer options or online features that trade files like media file or email to do this as well. Depending on how fast they deliver their lines, you should receive an MP3 or a WAV file of your lines. If the completed lines are not of a good standard, don't be afraid to ask the actors for redos of them. Just make sure you explain to them why the lines aren't suitable for the project, and they'll most likely understand if you tell them this in a nice and ethical format. If the lines are perfect though, make sure you thank the voice actor for their work. If this applies to you, then congratulations! You've managed to achieve vocal narrative lines for your Machinima. Now you can most likely produce the final product once you have got all the lines you need. Also, if there are any delays in your project, make sure you keep in contact with your voice actors in terms of its progress. You may have already have their lines, but this can present a problem if you are making a series and these said actors are major characters in your idea. So now we reach the end of this video. As a little goodbye tree, I've also added recommendation quotes that some of the voice actors that I work with have made in the eyes of new and upcoming Machinima directors. If you have any more questions regarding this video, how to contact voice actors, or the channel in general, please leave a comment in response on this video or send a private message to this channel stating your question. This has been KingSangos teaching you how to find your voice actor perfect for you and your Machinima. Take care and adios!